Welcome to Wargame, Airland Battle. Today we're going to play the campaign mode, Fortress Oslo. During 2 weeks of fierce fighting, the PACT forces have crushed the defences that Nato established in Scandinavia. Sweden, Norway and Denmark have been forced to surrender, which represents total victory for the Soviets and their allies on the northern front. But the situation in Germany has developed in a dramatically opposite direction. The PACT forces have been halted here and been repelled by the NATO counter-offensive, incurring heavy losses. Under pressure from public opinion in the West, NATO High Command has resolved to dispatch some elements to the north to liberate Denmark and Norway. Exhausted by their first victorious campaign, will the PACT's occupying forces in Scandinavia be able to hold their position long enough to allow their High Command to send reinforcements to the front? Now we're going to play this on hard, so without any further ado, let's get into the first couple of moves. We got weather report. The weather conditions over the North Atlantic are deteriorating, so we can expect some complications. Well, we're going to move our first unit, the 1st Infantry Brigade, and we're going to move them into occupy Copenhagen. And we just hope that they stay where they are in house. They bombed us. That should affect our morale. Operation Thanksgiving. The Turkish Army and the US Navy launched a massive amphibious operation in Crimea this morning. The objective is to capture Sevastopol and force the Red Army to release their pressure on the European front. GCHQ is divided about the pertinence to send naval reinforcements to Operation Thanksgiving in Crimea. Your theatre of operation having priority for NATO's navy, your opinion shall weigh heavily on that matter. I think we'll detach the naval units because I don't use them in the first few missions. Weather report. A fierce storm is raging over the North Atlantic. Should we delay aerial and naval operations until weather conditions improve? I think we can afford to delay them for the first couple of turns. NATO takes Copenhagen. We had to take Copenhagen in order to continue our defensive. This victory gains us a raise of 50 morale points as long as we have the upper hand in this city. I was hoping for a few more political points than 67. But it will have to do for now. So I think we'll send our 1st Infantry Brigade into Malmo. And we've got a unit in Aarhus, which I could do with holding there. But first I want to bring the 3rd Commando Brigade and the 9E DIMAs into Copenhagen, so that unit might be able to move. So I won't have enough points to secure them. So ideally I would have wanted to use commando raid to hold them in place for 24 hours. But if they move, they only move into Copenhagen, heavily defended, or they can move into the unoccupied Kiel, which will give me Aarhus. So I've got a feeling they'll stay. We're going to attack this Polish unit in Malmo. Well, let's send out orders, see what happens. They stayed in Aarhus, which is good. So we're going to fight the 7th Naval Division with the 1st Infantry Brigade of the British Army. We're going to be using the Challenger 1 MK1s. Got massive armour. And we'll also be using the trap rapiers to take out their air offences, maybe a few javelins. They haven't got much in the way of troops that can bother us. The T-55Ls won't do any damage to our tanks. But they have a very large helicopter squadron of 24 and 14 planes, so that's what I want to whittle down, is some of those helicopters. Maybe take out a few of the planes if they bring them out. I also want to try and take out their air defences, so we'll be trying to take out the Strela and the Svalka. No idea how you pronounce some of these names. Infantry shouldn't come into this battle, so let's get on with it. Should be a fairly easy first battle. Here's on hard. We'll put our forward operations base, just tuck it away there, and we'll hide our command unit in somebody's front garden. And we'll park it in their garage there. So, as you see, the enemy will usually congregate here in Kalmar. Probably along this border, they'll defend theirs, I'll defend mine, and a big battle will take place across the river. So first of all, I'll get my little recon man out and put him in this tree. There. And then we'll take the Challenger 1s. I'll have 2 there, 2 there, and another 2 there. And we're going to use some land javelins. The Pinsgauer. We've got the javelin air missile. These come in a truck, so what we do is we hide them in the hedgerows, a medium dense hedgerow farmland, and they'll be able to hide. Once the trucks leave, the enemy won't know they're there. They go through their missiles quite easy. Pretty quickly, so we need some logistics. Should be out of range of any enemy over there, and those Pinsgauer will take care of any helicopters that try and encroach and take out our tanks. And we also want trap rapiers for the planes if they bring any. Again, we'll place them just out of range, and one supporting any helicopters that might try and sneak up. So that's pretty much our front line. We also want to bring in some of these FV 432 mortars. They'll fire long range into there and just panic any enemy. And if they try and sneak along this road, a couple of strikers and some Centurion Avrays should deter anybody trying to come in there. We'll also want to bring in the Lynx AH-1 tows. They cost 45 points each, and I'll also want to bring in the Tornado as soon as I can, just for my air defence if they try and bring out any aircraft. That's got the Sidewinder AIM 9Ls and the Skyflash Super 10 radar missiles. So there we go. First thing to do, launch the battle and get all our troops unloaded. Bring those trucks out of the way so they don't get caught up in any fire. And already our tanks are getting to work on their front lines. We'll just give them some mortar fire.
May God have mercy on my enemies, because I won't.
See, all the... Still got one 8-way anti-aircraft gun left.
Someone needs Guardian Angel.
Here come the planes. And here come the helicopters, followed by another MiG. We got that MiG. We've lost one tank so far. These helicopters are trying to sneak in round the side.
Has an enemy chopper been spotted?
Just out of range. I've still got surface-to-air missiles. So yeah, our little guys here are taking down anything that's coming down this road. Tanks are still going strong, backing off a little bit. Sending some T-55 tanks down the side road, and they should get taken care of very quickly. Let's bring in a couple helicopters, just in case they get further than that.
Air defense ready. Get back.
Logistics need to get back, and there's the last of them gone.
Missile in firing position, sir.
The rest are all out of range.
Roger that.
Yeah, with some mortars.
Moving on target.
It looks like I lost a striker. I had two there. And I've lost a Challenger tank from there. So our mortars moving into range. Let's see if we can hit any of these. There we go, we got one. Still 15 minutes left of the battle, but it looks like they've given up the ghost.
Air defense ready.
He's just out of range. I'm trying to take out as many of these. He's coming in.
You have something for me?
They come with a second wave.
Where do you need it, sir?
Challengers are under fire here at the front of these helicopters. Let's bring them back a little bit.
Where do you need us, sir?
Oh, aye. A little sneaky.
Why do I have to
We're getting very close now to winning this first battle.
Anything for us, sir?
Bring those back.
I need that tail rotor checked. Where do you need us, sir?
Then come some helicopters. Get out of there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Air defense ready.
And there we go. The first battle was won with a victory. I lost a couple more units that I'd like to. But you can see our challengers did some nice work. Javelins took down a plane. I lost a few planes. That track rapier took down quite a few as well. All in all, a good battle, as we only lost one challenger, one striker, surface to air track rapier, one helicopter and another striker. So for that was a good start. And the 7th Naval Air Assault Division have routed, giving us a total victory. So the Bush War, patriotic Angolan liberation movement and its Cuban and Soviet allies have defeated the South African Army in Southwest Africa, thus providing the Communist Marines with a naval base that can control maritime traffic via the Cape of Good Hope. Now, I'm not going to be worrying too much. I'm sure the Cape of Good Hope's a long way away. The weather report: the storm is still raging over the North Atlantic. Should we delay aerial and naval operations until the weather conditions improve? We don't need them just yet. Well, now we've got the option to have a commando raid on Aarhus and attack with our commando brigade and the 9th Dema. Can go there. We've got that routing Polish troop and another Soviet force there, attempting to go and destroy both of them. But for now, I think I'll just put them on recon, rest and relaxation on R&R. I want to hold them in place, but I haven't got enough points. So the next episode, we'll be attacking Aarhus. And maybe another fight either in Malmo or Kalmar, depending on whether they come in to attack me. I'm hoping they attack me in Malmo because I can get that well defended. And the idea is to push maybe into these and hold while we make our first push this way and try and get up into Stavanger. While we get reinforcements, we'll push this way up to here and try and trap them in Oslo before advancing on Stockholm. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. See you in episode 2.